Hey, Flosstube. Mama Joan here. Joan. Gonna try this again. I just saw that I just made a video, or I thought I did. Yeah, not so much. One of the first things I need to tell you is last week I forgot, or my last video, I really forgot to tell you something. I thought about it afterwards. I really should make notes, but I haven't done that. But I forgot to tell you that I went out and I bought a video camera to do this. My first few videos when my daughter Chastity was here, the first time we recorded it, I used my own laptop and it had this humming noise and it was kind of annoying. So we scrapped that. The next time we recorded was on her laptop, which was great, but I knew she wasn't going to be here. So that wasn't going to work. Then I borrowed, my son has a video camera, and I borrowed his, and it worked okay, but I don't think the quality wasn't as great. It was like 6 years old, which, you know, in the technical world is a dinosaur, I think. So I went out. My husband's like, oh, just go buy one. And, you know, I just don't like to go willy-nilly buying stuff like that. But we happened to be at Sam's Club, and they had a display model. It was a really good price. So here we go. Bought that. So my first little thing I showed you today is this Little House Needlework. Well, Needleworker is the name of this. I can't remember when I stitched it. Oh, 2013. Stitched it in 2013. But I stitched this piece, found this frame, of course, in my stash. You know how I like to use recycle frames. Painted it purple. I don't know if you can see it very well because the lighting here isn't really good. We've kind of had snow this morning, and it's just kind of overcast. And I record here in my living room where I have a big window, a lot of light. But light's not good. Well, so anyway, here's my little needleworker in my purple frame. That's what I stitched in 2013. I thought, because I don't do a lot of WIPS, you know, I don't do a rotation like a lot of people talk about, and I don't buy a lot of haul because I have a lot of haul already, a lot of stash. I thought maybe I'd, you know, show you stuff that I've done in each video. I might someday. I have a lot of smalls. I have a couple cabinets full of smalls. Someday maybe I'll do a little wingding of my back wall here, show you the pieces. I have a lot of things I can show you of things I've done, but I don't always have a lot to talk about in general like a lot of people do. So with that being said, I'll show you a couple things. If you follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram name is, of course, Made by Mama Joan. I had a couple finishes. I posted them last night. Here's one of the first ones. I stitched this for our youngest son. He was in the Marine Corps Reserves. And we have a daughter that spent 5 years in the Marine Corps. And so he wanted this saying stitched. I found the pattern on Etsy. I believe the gal's name is Steph X Stitch. So if you go to Etsy and Google that, or just Google this saying. Again, I found this frame in my stash. I think it's going to work really well. I'll have to show this piece to you when I get it framed. I also wanted to show you that I blocked out a little bit of the lettering there because I didn't want to be too offensive, even though we got people here that swear like truck drivers or Marines. The second piece I did this weekend, my husband was off ice fishing for the weekend. I stitched with a good stitch and bud on Friday. We stitched in the morning and until the afternoon, and then she left, and I kind of had the rest of the weekend to myself when I stitched I spent a lot of time stitching because my husband was gone, And also because I really haven't felt that well, that whatever kind of crud is going around, I've got it now. So anyhow, I did a little stitching. So this piece here is a silver needle club piece. It's Plum Street Samplers, Fracked Our Friends. I started this on Friday and finished her up on Saturday night. So got that done. And then I went back to, told you I'm trying to get some WIPS out of my life that I started, that I'm going to try to do. Although I was, McKenna had said if I really didn't like them, I shouldn't stitch them. Well, I don't know if I've kind of gotten to that point yet, because I started them because I liked them. Some of them maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I did like this one. I got, this is, I'm sorry, it's all wrinkly, but I was working on this all weekend, or for the rest of the weekend. I got the alphabet all in. And then a lot of these motifs. This is, what is this? Quaker Sampling 3 with my needle. There's that piece. So I've kind of been in the mood to plug along and get this done. Sometimes I don't know how you feel about that, but you get a WIP and you put it down, and then you get in the mood to stitch it, and it goes really fast, and you wonder why it sat there so long. I did that with a burst sampler for one of the grandkids that I finally got done, and then I started and finished another burst sampler for number 6. He's going to be 3 years old in March, and he's going to have a new sibling in March. So for right now, I am caught up with burst samplers. I have to decide if I'm going to start the next one now and try to have it try to have the majority of it stitched before the baby gets here. Not sure what I'm going to do on that front. One of the other things I was doing this week is I have quite a few, like I have 5 or 6 of these different lights, these magnifier lights. This one happens to be a craft light. It's the Brighton model. I have this. I have 2 OttLite LED magnifier lights, and I have a couple of Mighty Bright lights. Anyhow, I want to have covers on them, and I did make some, and they just weren't what I really wanted. And then I decided I had seen something like this. Whoops, get it right. And except they had snaps on them, and I didn't really want to do snaps, so I did this closure with the metal tape measures. I don't know if anybody, but they're little snap things, so they snap really well. So I put this on my light. Let me get it on this one. It's like this, and it, you know, stays on. It doesn't fall off, and it looks nice. It looks really cute. And then I kind of bumped it up a little bit, and I decided I would make some accessories for it. So I made this scissor lanyard, and this one, you know, you can put them around your neck. I hang it on my light, so it's right by me. And then the other thing I did is I made this little humbug bag. And then I lined the inside with the coordinating fabric that I have on here as the lining fabric of this. I like to have these because you have a power cord for these, and then if you're traveling around and you put your cord in here, and then you can put this on your light too, and so it's kind of hard to see, but on this particular light, I'll show you. I just hang it on there, although you could wrap it around, you know, here. But I just like to have all my little accoutrements. So then I had to take that a step further, because now that I have all these lights, I have 4 or 5 lights. Like here's my OttLite. So I made one for this one. I'm gonna make another one for my other light. I made one for my Mighty Bright light. I didn't haul that thing in here. And then I'm going to make the little pouches to go with it. And then, of course, I already made myself one of these bags, but the inside of this fabric was green because at the particular shop I bought that's what they had. And then I went to my local quilt store and they had this turquoise color. So now I got to make a bag like this with the turquoise in here so I can have all these matchy things. And I'm even kind of thinking about selling these on my Made by Mama Joan page. I don't know if I'll just make some and sell them as I make them, or if people want to inquire so that they can have a coordinating set of the humbug bag and the scissor lanyard and the light cover and the pouch, and we'll just, you know, make a whole thing about. But I'm thinking I might make some and try to sell them if there's a market for it. So I guess you can let me know if you think there's a market for it. If you'd be interested in one, I'd be glad to make you one because they're really kind of fun to make and I'm on a roll. Just like with my pouches. Another thing I was doing this last week is I've been making tons of pouches. I've decided I'm kind of addicted to this. I need to start selling some more because look at all these pouches I have. I don't know, I have a ton, and I'm like, just somebody stop me because I can't stop making them. I have to pick up the ones I have laying on the floor here because I went on a roll here. I have a lot of pouches for myself to begin with, but I wanted another Christmas themed one because I'm going to be doing some Christmas goodies, and this is Christmas ribbon. Isn't that darn cute? And then here's the inside of it. Yeah. So I needed that. I bought this little happy fabric, and I thought I just need one of those too. I bought this fabric because it's cross-stitched. You know, they look like little cross-stitched flowers, and then there's little saying, the word sewing or quilting words in here. Snippets, flying geese, bobbin, pincushion. I bought this fabric. There's so many darn cute fabrics out there. I bought this one too because it's got the cross-stitch theme. Looks like little, you know, crosses. And then I bought the coordinating fabric. Looks like pins. I also got this vintage sewing fabric. And then I put scissors on the inside, vintage scissors. This is kind of vintage needlework ones. I made that, and then I really was attracted to this scissor one, and then on the inside it's like little, like pinking shear scraps. This was a coordinating fabric. So I've made myself a bunch of project bags. I think in one of my next videos I'll show you. I have a lot of my projects that I want to do or am working on in these, and I put them in a basket, except I really have more projects than I have baskets. So my projects have kind of filtered into some filing cabinets I have downstairs. Maybe someday I'll take you on a little tour of that. As far as any haul I bought, excuse me, I was at the cross stitch shop a couple Mondays ago. I picked up a sled because, you know, I'm going to do some more sleds. And then I picked up some of this fabric. I wanted some of this dot fabric because, I don't know, that's really cute on certain Christmas ornaments. And then every year I try to get and do the shepherd's bush scissor fob. And I do have the scissors, the Ginger scissors that goes with this particular fob. Here's that. I ordered that. So that's on my list of things to do. That's kind of what I've been up to this week. I'm going to try to, I think I might try to do some Christmas ornaments or some smalls anyway. I'm going to try to stay on my WIP here that I'm kind of on a roll on, but I also want to do some smaller things. I have, 7 Christmas ornaments to do this year for grandkids. I like to do some for myself, and there's just some little projects I really want to get to. So that's my plans, which I said in my last video. My plans are I don't really have plans because I really want to stitch things that I really like or I feel in the mood to. I can't do rotations. I've never really done rotations. They just don't really appeal to me. Like I might not feel like working on that WIP tonight, so I'll pull something else, start something else. Who knows? So I can't tell you what I might be working on because I don't even know what I'll be working on. But the other thing is I'm thinking that I may try to, now I can't even, I'm kind of getting confused on what I've said on my video that I didn't record and now this one. I have some little cases with smalls that I've done over the years. Maybe I'll pull out some of that stuff and maybe I'll do a little review of my wall back there as I get used to running this camera. I had a little time of it because it's been a week and a half or so since I pulled out the camera, and I got to remember how to do things. Not very technical or inclined to doing that. So that's kind of what I've been up to, kind of what I'm gonna do. I'm going to try to get this uploaded. I may have to have my daughter again help me. She kind of does my editing, so when I let her know that I've done a video, she taps into it and does her thing, and that's how I kind of make this work. I'd really like to learn how to do that myself and edit it and be able to insert pictures. I don't know how you guys do that. I don't even know how you guys sit here and talk to essentially yourself. I know I'm talking to somebody, but when you're not talking to somebody, you're just talking into a camera. I feel that's really kind of odd, but I think I'm getting a little bit better at it. So I want to thank all my subscribers. I need to check and see how many I have. I want to thank you for watching. I don't know if this, I often wonder why anybody would really be interested in what I have to say, but I guess there's some people who do. So here we go for another video. This I think will have been number 5. Not sure when I'll do this again. Maybe weekly, maybe every other week. I don't know. We'll have to see how the mood strikes and what I have to talk about, because I don't really want to bore anybody to death. Hopefully I haven't done that. So I hope everybody has a good week. I hope everybody gets to stitch, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching, and happy stitching. Bye.